guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing what should have been my New Year's Eve glam look or my New Year's Day glam look, but then I actually kind of switched up my scheduling. I edited the wrong video first, and that one is scheduled to be released. Well, it was released today, so yeah. This one is not going to be released until like 2 weeks from now. Yeah, for this look I used my James Charles palette. You'll see what shades I used. I realized that I haven't been using any of the like more glam shades, so what I did, I ensured that this time I'm not going to do any colorful looks. I'm going to be doing a glam look. It was supposed to be a simple look, but then I got all eggs up and ting and decided to, oh no, me decide to make a like practice my cut crease and all of them foolishness there, so I still can't do the complete cut crease come all the way and all of that niceness, but I mean I did do something and it didn't look too bad. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video and keep on watching. Okay guys, so I know this looks so weird with this all over my face, but yeah, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I did this look. I realized that I've been doing a whole lot of colorful looks and I didn't do anything like simple glam, or maybe this is a not so simple glam because it didn't take me a while. But yeah, I'm going to be using, as you know, my favorite palette right now, which is the James Charles palette, the Morphe X James Charles palette. Let's see. So first we have to prime our lids. I know he said to use this with MAC Painterly or P. Louise base, but at this moment I do not have either of those. So I have my concealer on the back of my hand. I mixed my yellow corrector from LA Girl with my fawn to get this color, and I'm gonna just take a flat brush, just flatten it with a piece of tissue, coat the back and front of the brush, and just put this all over our lid. And as you can see, I don't use a lot. I don't put any extra on it because we just want to prime our lid so that we have a smooth base. Then I'm going with an angled brush and I'm going to just blend this out. I'm just pressing it into my lid. I'm doing patting motions, not blending motions. So just pat that in. And then I'm gonna take my powder brush. There's no powder on this. I make sure that there's nothing on there, and I just press this down because as much as you pat off, you know there's gonna be some residue powder on there. So I don't want to set it, but I do want to prevent any creasing. Okay, so let's get our palette. So first I use shade, you can see I've been using this a lot, it's quite dirty. I'm going to use shade let's see, Benny. This is this shade right here. I'm going to use Benny first. I'm going to take a small brush, a small pencil brush, and just pat Benny into and a little bit above my crease because I do have hooded eyes. I do patting motions and I tap off the excess. Just pat that into my crease, and I'm not using too much because on me Benny looks almost black else. Okay, so I get a fluffy brush, a blending brush. This is the Color 311 blending brush, and I just blend that out a bit. And I do bring it up to ensure that I blend it out as much as possible. And like I said, I do bring it above my crease because I do have hooded eyes. I'm going to use No Beans right here to blend out Benny. I'm just packing that a little bit above this. And then blending these two together. Because No Beans is not as dark as I want it to be, but Benny's too dark. So I just use them together to blend each other out. So I'm going to use 10% off to blend out these two shades. So again, same process applies. Blending brush and pack. Since I bought the palette, I've not really used any of these like glam shades, these neutral shades. I've been mostly using the colorful shades, and I'm like, okay, not everybody can do colorful looks, so we gotta change it up a bit. And as you can see, I'm getting that gradient that I have over here. It looks like a smoky eye right now, and you could leave it as a smoky eye, just put on some glasses. You could leave it as a smoky eye, just put on some lashes and maybe liner if you want, but I'm gonna be extra. So yeah, just blend that out and bring it out here, and then I'm gonna go back in and mix Benny and No Beans just to darken up this outer V and my crease, so that I have that good line of demarcation when I cut my crease. And I'm gonna blend that out with the same brush that I used to blend 10% off. Like, looking at this right now, looking at me doing this, like, it's such a surreal moment, because I remember in what, June or maybe July, when I bought the Juvia's Place and like the Zulu palette, and like I remember that first actual blend that I did, and it wasn't bad, but you could see the fact that I was a beginner. I mean, I'm gonna insert the picture here. We're gonna use shade 2, that's this shade right here, and we're gonna use that just to blend out Code James, and we're not gonna use a lot. Where's the brush I used? Oh, I think this is it, I think. Yeah, we're gonna just take a little bit, and just to like get a better gradient, I'm just gonna blend this lightly into Code James. And as you can see, it doesn't really show up on my skin, but that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to just lighten Code James so I have a better gradient going into my brow bone. It's time to cut our crease. We're gonna go back to our flat brush that we used to put on our concealer and get a piece of tissue. Flatten this brush again, so just press it together. Then I'm gonna go back to this, coat both sides of the brush, and I'm gonna use a smaller mirror so I can bring it up closer to my face so I can see what I'm doing. And we're just gonna stamp it onto the lower part of our lid, look up, and then open. So what I do this because, as I said, I have hooded eyes, so when I don't do that, then and I just cut my crease, sometimes when I just look up, the concealer goes all over the place. So I have to ensure I know where my eyes are gonna touch so that I don't transfer from shadow. And now I'm just stamping. Instead of doing swiping motions, I just stamp the concealer into my lid so that I can have a crisp line, and then I join those stamps together. Then I'm gonna get a smaller brush, that's this brush right here, and use this to define my line And for this wing right here, I'm just going to use this. And just flick it out. And then I use my pinky to just blend out the edges. We're going to take Shade Wig and we are going to put that on our cut crease, essentially. So we just take a flat brush, pack on our wig, and then we're going to take our Milani Make It Last setting spray, any setting spray that you have. Spritz that 1 or 2 times and then just pat this on. You can apply it without spritzing it, but because I want it to be very vibrant, I do like to spritz it. And I don't go into the cut crease immediately. I pack on my lid first and then I go into the crease so I can have more control and precision. Okay, so now to go into our cut crease right up to the line, we're going to take this again, spritz it, tilt your head back and get a smaller mirror and just follow the line of that crease. Then you can go back in with your smaller brush and just brush off any of that gets up above the crease. Then you're going to take Code James and blend wig into your mixture of Benny and 10% off so you don't have that harsh of a line. And just ensure that you blend out everything so that you don't have any harsh lines. Okay, and here comes the fun part, doing your liner. I'm going to use my City Color liner. That's a liquid liner. I'm just shaking it up. And I'm going to use this, and I'm not going to speak a lot in this part because I don't want to mess up. So yeah, we just take your liquid liner, to highlight our brow bone. We're going to use shade So Good. That is this shimmer shade right here. So we're going to use shade So Good. Get a pencil brush, dip into that, and just put that right up into our brow bone. We're going to do the same process just under our lower lash line. So first we're going to take Benny, tap off the excess, and tuck that right up against our waterline. this is just a black pencil, and we're gonna tuck this right into our waterline. We're gonna go in with mascara, and we're gonna use a Maybelline Great Lash. We're just gonna coat our top and bottom lashes. What's next is to put on some falsies. And right now I'm going to be using this pink pack from Love Your Lash JA. They're for like $900. They're really cheap and they look bomb. So, and you can get them at Beauty Bowl. I mean, you can get them practically almost anywhere nowadays because they are all over the island. And I'm going to take my Duo Lash Glue and just apply that all over this. And we're just gonna bend this a little so that it actually has the shape of our eye. Our lashes are on, and what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take our mascara and just blend our natural lashes and the falsies together. So we just press them together so that it looks like one lash. Okay, and then if any of them clump together, you can just use your tweezer and separate them. Okay, so our eyes are done. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna complete our face. So first we're gonna brush off this excess powder. And just use any fluffy brush and just brush all of this off. For bronzer, I use my Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and I use this brown shade right here. I just blend that right in. So I'm just going willy-nilly with this because I'm really just warming up the perimeters of my face. So just like my cheekbones and my jawline. And I would bring it up in my forehead, but since my hair is covering my forehead, I'm not going to do that today. So just bring this on the sides of my face. Now for blush, I'm actually going to be using my LA Girl Glam palette. I'm going to mix these two shades together, tap off the excess, and just apply that in the apples of my cheeks. And for now, I'm going to be using the highlight in this palette. That's this shade right here. Tap it off. I'm just going to apply this to the high points of my face. Just gonna tuck that right in my inner corner. And we're gonna use the same brush. We're gonna use shade Face. That's this shade right here. We're gonna use shade Face on our nose and Cupid bow. Okay, so now we're gonna do lips and then we're gonna add more highlight, because did you really think I was gonna leave my highlight like this? No, this is a glam look, and for glam looks I tend to go overboard with highlights because honestly it's less part of makeup. So lips, we're gonna use, okay, first, should we do, I'm wondering if we should do like a red lip, or maybe we should just stick to a nude look. Let's see. Nude. The red would look good, but because the eyes are so loud, I'm wondering if I should just stick to the nude. But you know what I'm gonna do? Let me just line my lips first. No, I think the red would be a bit too much. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with a nude. So I'm gonna use the NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in Tiramisu. Yes, this one is perfect. Yeah, I think this is it. Yes, this looks good. So we're gonna go back in with Face and just re-highlight our Cupid's bow. Maybe put a little bit up here. Wonderful. I need to stop with the highlight. You know what I'm just realizing? I match my background. My eyes and my lips match my background. The only thing that's clashing is this goddamn pink shirt, but that's okay. So now we're gonna get our Milani Make It Last and we're gonna spritz our face. But first, let's cover our eyes because I am not going to be messing this up. We're gonna use our Beauty Creations Glow Palette. This is this part right here. I haven't used this in a while. Now we're gonna go into this shade right here. Blend out our highlights. And then we go back in with our fluffy brush and just blend this all away. And I think we're done. Yeah, I think we're done with this look.